What's up though? Your boy Skill Skeezy over here, and welcome to Who Dat, a show where we shine the spotlight on a particular South African hip-hop artist to give you a better understanding of who they are, how they made it, and where they are in their career at the time of this recording. Tshegofatso Serralo is possibly the most underappreciated yet easily one of the highest rated rappers South African hip-hop has ever produced. I know this because most people likely still have no idea who I'm talking about until I mention I'm talking about Ginger Trill. But even that might throw some casual listeners off too, because last they checked, he was known as Ginger Breadman. This is gonna be one of the hardest artist profiles I'ma do, but it's a must because the importance of Ginger Trill to South African hip hop is, in my opinion, unquestionable. And if you are unaware of this guy, you simply haven't been paying any attention to South African hip hop for close to almost 2 decades now. Look, it's no secret that's why this channel exists, to not only educate you on South African hip hop artists you may already be familiar with, but also introduce you to some you may have missed along the way. And if you missed out on Ginger, you really missed out. But hopefully by the end of this video, you are inspired to go and do the right thing and give Ginger Trill's music a listen. Ginger Trill is from Potch, which is an academic city in the northwest province of South Africa. By age 14, he was already rhyming and was noticeably a very charismatic young man. And everyone around him wasn't too surprised when he pursued radio, doing entertainment news on Agang FM in his local community. Ginger packed his bags and headed for Johannesburg as soon as he made that decision to focus on rap. He knew this would be the best opportunity for him to realize his dreams. Now, during this time, one of South Africa's popular mainstream youth radio station, YFM, had one of the dopest, most relevant, and one of the most important hip-hop shows that later became the stuff of legend years after it had come to an end, titled The Full Clip with Season Scoop, hosted by easily two of the most influential guys in South African hip-hop industry, possibly more so now than ever before, Sizwe Romo and Scoop Makatini. They ran a competition where rappers were invited to come freestyle and ultimately compete to become the best freestyle rapper in the country live on the radio airwaves. This is where Ginger steps in and basically takes over. He went over there, spit straight fire, and became known as the king of the full clip. As you can imagine, this bars came with some privileges, and him gaining working relations with one of the most respected, legendary rapper and producer in the South African hip-hop community, Sean Pages, leading to Ginger dropping one of his first ear-enticing single, Shooting at Stars, which did really well, featuring on South Africa's only hip-hop magazine at the time, Hype's mixtape issue 33 of months April and May of 2011. His second single did incredibly well on local radio stations, peaking at number 2 on YFM's Hot 99 hip-hop chart, and also making it to Bakgoni ba Motswako on Motsweding FM with Double HP. Ginger Trill has worked with almost all the elite rappers in South Africa from the beginning of his career to this very point in his music journey, including the likes of Sean Pages, Muggs, Smashes, now known as Zinger, P. Dot, Kid X, Reason, Stogie T, El Tito, K. Tasso, Ricky Rick. I mean, really, the list goes on and on and on. So if you haven't checked this guy out and would like to get familiar with what earned him all this praise and legendary status, it's the music, bro. And I can hear you asking me right now, but yo, Skill Skeezy, where do I even start? From the very beginning, boys and girls, it's the only way to truly appreciate the man's talent. 2012 saw the release of Ginger Breadman's debut album titled Rookie of the Year, and this was a decent album by all standards. I remember first time I listened to Brand New, I was like, okay, Ginger, I guess you can make actual songs after all, because you see, up until this point, I hadn't really listened to a song fully performed by Ginger Trill on his own, and this song proved to me that he definitely can write songs while delivering nice bars. However, it is so difficult to actually gain access to a Rookie of the Year album that I'm not even sure if Brand New made the album cut. I do remember constantly hearing what it looked like on the airwaves. And that's how I found out the album was out. And I remember constantly playing the song, I'm Just Saying, a whole lot of times. And I think the music video played a huge part in me liking the song. And the Kid X feature did not hit at all, okay? And with the boy Smashes, now known as Zinger, making a cameo as well. Just watching this music video now during the making of this video brought back so many memories, man. The swag was so different back then, and some of y'all are gonna go and judge and forget, you know, like, yo, this was dope back in 2012, okay? That's how we dressed. For me, it's a reminder of where SA hip-hop comes from. I mean, this had fans back then, but it's nothing compared to the sort of fan bases rappers like A-Rees have today. It's a humbling experience, but you know what's still relevant? The bars, bro. Ginger, while he was still Breadman, really stood out as a top-tier spitter during this time, and, you know, like, probably could be considered the best the country could offer at the time as well. That's how good he was, for real. 2013 to 2014, Ginger Trill is a whole different beast. No longer going by a Breadman, Ginger replaced the words with Trill and went on a run with Motive Records, a label that housed Reason at the time and was ran by none other than Dumi Molekane, aka Stogie T himself. After Ginger had been able to pass his CD over to Dumi, mind you, this was his second attempt, as the first one didn't go so well. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. Famous words from the queen herself, Aaliyah, and this was a lesson Ginger Trill was teaching all of us, and it worked, as they later reached out to him to work on a joint project with Tips on the All Love album. Then they tapped him for Reason's No Sleep remix and the Bump the Cheese Up remix. They also did the Kendrick Lamar tour when he came over to South Africa. Reason brought out Ginger and Dumi, so they fostered a very great working relationship together. This was huge for Ginger Trill, as just a year ago he wasn't seeing this amount of success and was suddenly performing in front of enormous crowds with people rapping his lyrics word for word. After all this, of course, Motive wanted to sign Ginger to a deal where they can be able to develop his talent. However, this wasn't possible, as Ginger was already signed to Tinism.com. And they were not offering anything Tinism wasn't already offering, or at least wasn't doing for Ginger at the time. Oh, and 2014 would also see the release of Ricky Rick's mega remix of Amantombazan, and our boy Ginger came through and blessed the song with one of the standout verses in a sea of elite MCs spitting hard throughout the song. You gotta go check that out if you haven't seen that. On the 23rd of March 2017, Ginger Trill released his first in a long run of fire EP, this one titled Gang Tapes, coming in at just a mere 5 tracks that honestly did the work but left me as a fan wanting more immediately after the first listen. Some fans even went as far as to say the tape was perfect, and agreeing with statements made on songs like Nobody Interlude that Ginger Trill is basically a rap god. The EP does manage to strike a nice balance between self-glorification and self-reflection as well, which is very impressive to see even attempted, let alone so well executed, especially when it comes to his beat selection. Usually rappers that are hitting double entendres and just effortlessly spitting fire tend to pick beats that are very unexciting, but this isn't the case at all with Ginger, as his beat selection includes trap-inspired beats and traditional boom-bap production, sometimes mixing them both together, which is very refreshing. I love the features on this EP. Simi Simi Ya hook for Forrest Gump is just excellent. And what can I say about Ayanda Gia's vocals that hasn't been said already? Girl is just underrated. I feel she deserves more love. However, whenever she comes together with Ginger, it's always magic. And the soulful, like stay woke beats just works perfectly with her and takes their song to another level. They need to give us a full project together. Leave a comment if you agree with me, because like if you've ever listened to Ayanda Gia collaboration with Ginger Trill, they've done quite a few. Trust me, it's always on point. And like for me, this was like the highlight of the track because it showed Ginger's musical side growing even more, and that's pretty much the highest like compliment I can give to the gang tape. On the 2nd of August 2019, Ginger Trill released a 6-track EP titled PIF, or Paid in Full, inspired by the 2002 Harlem, New York movie by the same name. The title is also a play on the slang term piff, which could be used to describe a joint. And lastly, it is also paying homage to the 1987 classic mixtape titled Paid in Full by Eric B and Rakim, with Ginger Trill seeing himself as Rakim and his producer K Tasso as Eric B. Soon as you put this on, you are immediately get into that New York feel. It's Ginger vividly descriptive style of storytelling. The whole EP filled with deep thoughts, soulful and dusty samples, which just allows Ginger Trill to run unopposed all through these tracks in glorious fashion. On Mama Right, Ginger makes it clear who he does this all for, all the hard work and the countless hours in the studio spent. It's all to make Mommy Dearest proud, of course. But Ginger doesn't make this concept turn corny in any way. Again, a testament of how really he can make anything work. On DOD, he stunts hard, almost to remind everyone that, hey, he can easily do this flexing thing as well. Then he just gets too real and heartfelt on Lisa's Smile. Just 3 songs in, and already said Trill has already displayed an impressive range of emotions on songs, something most rappers lack in today's hip-hop landscape, making the case for why Ginger is elite even stronger. All in all, Paid in Full, or PIF, is an essential Ginger Trill project you gotta pass by if you're trying to know Ginger Trill and his music. Like literally, it's a must listen. So go check that out. August of the first year of the pandemic, aka 2020, saw the release of Ginger Trill's latest project as of the time of this recording, his debut album titled From Potch with Love, coming in at just 10 but very solid tracks. Ginger starts things off with the title track From Potch with Love, and it's just Ginger reminding everyone what he brings to the table, but he does this so calmly, also showing maturity in the artist and leaving even a trap fanatic like myself very impressed. One of the standout highlights for me on the album has to be Popping Forever, which even got a visual treatment. Like, hey man, let me tell you about this video, bro. We find Ginger downing a beer from the bottle in the hood, literally spitting bars right next to the shacks, playing pool in one of those typical Kasi taverns, and it's a vibe, man. The beat goes trap, so you know, bruh, I'm having a good time with it. And it's still Ginger Trill, so he's bringing those impeccable bars to the track like nobody ever could. One of the most underrated videos in my opinion, just because of how authentic it all looks. But unfortunately, as of the time of this recording, this video isn't even cracking 10k views, and that leaves me very sad. So let me talk about another song that got the visual treatment from the album, Cool Off a Freestyle. This slows things down as Ginger flows very confidently, letting everyone know he is in his best form yet, as he tells of his drug dealing ways in the most sophisticated way you will ever hear a South African rapper actually represent this. The video also depicts this lifestyle, even showing how the dealers end up getting robbed while on the job. It's very creative. Dude said he moonwalks on a brick. If you know, you know. Trill makes you believe he doesn't just have experience talking about this lifestyle, but it feels like something he still partakes in, making that the track feel even more authentic and real. It's another track where we just get one verse from Ginger, and as good as it is, it always leaves me wanting more. Let's talk about track 2, titled Hoop Dreams. Now, if you are familiar with Westside Gunn, then you will immediately know what Ginger is going for here. He even does the gun ad-libs while a slow piano is playing in the background. I love this song despite how much inspiration it actually takes from Westside Gunn, simply because it fits Ginger's style so well. A lot of the times I do pause and think maybe Ginger was born in the wrong side of the world, because so many South Africans just simply cannot associate themselves with his sound because it's just too foreign for them to get hip to at times. But he is far from the only rapper that gets me thinking this way. Hannes Steiner in the Mattress goes off on a very mellow ghost pep vibes that later got kidnapped by A$AP Rocky on the Live Love A$AP mixtape. And again, I can't help but just wonder how far Ginger would be had he been from a country that understands and appreciates all styles of hip-hop like he does. I immediately felt like I'm in the 80s Harlem when I first played this track, and I recommend you go check it out as well. Just a fire tune. House of Bananas spilling on some Jordans. Now, I don't know if Queen B herself knows about this song or not. I just know I would have loved to see a music video of this song featuring an appearance by Bonang herself. The song is already such a great advertising for Bonang's brand, and Ginger being in the game for so long deserved the look from B and would have gotten his stock up, deservedly so. However, for now, we will settle for just a song. We don't hit women, we hit licks. I laughed so hard when I heard that line for the first time, because the song is clearly celebrating Bonang, and the only person to ever physically abuse Bonang is a famous South African DJ by the name of Euphonic, who Bonang dated back in the day. So just adding that line alone, Ginger knew exactly what he's doing, and I love it. The song also uses a number of sound bites from the icon Bonang Mateba as well throughout the entire song. Ginger does not hold back on the track either, making this track easily one of my favorites, if not my favorite, on the entire album. I want Ginger to give us more of this, and I seriously hope Bonang sent him some of her champagne, and seriously, a music video of him just having an expensive dinner date with Bonang would have done so much justice to this song. But hey man, for now, it will remain one of those songs that are just special for the fans who appreciate this kind of creativity from their favorite artist. And finally, I don't think they would ever forgive me if I don't talk about the last song on the album, titled TTMN, aka Talk To Me Nice, featuring a very frequent Ginger Trill collaborator, K-Tasso, who not only handles production for Trill but can easily hop on a track with him and level up, which is very impressive since Ginger isn't some typical rapper anyone can just get on a song with and feature on a song, and you really gotta bring your A game. In fact, another example of such a rapper that can actually level up to Ginger Trill is Top Gog, who happens to have a whole joint project with Ginger Trill that I simply didn't have enough time to fit into Ginger's whole discography, but it is worth a listen for every Ginger Trill fan worldwide. The EP is titled Tales of the High and Mighty. K-Tasso definitely delivers on this final track as well, leaving me wondering why him and Ginger don't have a joint project yet. Only time will tell. From Potch with Love is definitely a good introduction for a new fan, and like even the old ones, like get familiar with Ginger and where he's trying to take his sound, hints at what the future may hold as well. It got mostly stellar reviews from most publications, and the Trill fans seem to only want more from him since this project. All in all, Ginger Trill is an underground rapper with mainstream appeal and connections. He is still missing that one record that will get him over into the full mainstream attention. However, if you ask me, doesn't seem like he cares too much about that. Of course, he does realize he should be a bit higher on these lists. He seems content with where he is and can only go up from there on. For me, Ginger Trill is just criminally underrated, especially when you check out what he brings to the table. In fact, I see him not being too different from another criminally overlooked South African rapper, Margs. The lyrical acrobatics are there, the good music is there, the full package, but they just seem to be overlooked. Help me help SA Hip Hop by spreading this video all over your socials so everyone gets this education and possibly introduce someone to a fire artist. It starts with us, the ones who care and just will never ever give up hope in South African hip hop. If you've been watching all the way through, thank you very much. Leaving that like and subscribe to this channel helps it grow and ensures that I keep bringing that good content. You know what I'm saying? So hey, like and subscribe.
Potch.